Manchester United 0, Newcastle 0. Frustrating performance, not United's best, but chances to win now, aren't there? The finishing is letting us down.
Yeah, and do you know why it's disappointing? Because it was glimpses today of just how shit we've been for the last couple of years. Without digging Fred out too much, but Bruno and Fred and even Ronaldo, a little bit anonymous, a little bit can waste of time, all three of them. On the positive sides, I thought there was some examples of really good football from United, and I felt much more confident in watching us than I have for ages. And you look at us, we go, I think we know what we're doing for the most part. You get to the final third, and I think it's shown why Christian Eriksen's been so good for us this season. He was a huge miss. And just not having a forward. I think you could, Jonathan David's out here doing absolute chaos at the minute. I know Newcastle had Isaac was missing. That was probably a blow for them. They were shit.
You think?
Yeah.
Julian had those two headers, didn't he? Where the first one was a good header, the second one he should have scored. But that's about it, really.
All right, yeah, because we didn't have those.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I've hyped them up this week. But from what I've seen of them, they've been playing really good football. And I don't know if it was tactics or if it was forced upon them or whatever, but that team that I've been watching didn't come to Old Trafford today. They offered nothing. Did they?
No.
There was not a sustained period of like, Jesus, knocking on the door here.
No.
Nothing like that.
The best chance they had was Kieran Trippier taking 2 minutes to take a free kick and just clipping it in the box. That's where they got all their chances from.
Straight bullshit Sunday League tactics.
Yeah.
The time wasting from the third minute.
Yeah. Like tying his shorts, tying his boot, going over to the ref, having a drink, taking the...
So frustrating.
Yeah.
So frustrating. That shit refereeing and United not taking the chances that we created. We also didn't create enough.
So just let's go through that then. So shit refereeing. That Sancho one, I don't understand how that's not a penalty.
I don't understand how it's not a penalty.
I know
Did they look at it as well?
Yeah, they looked at it. The VAR checked it.
How they looked at it and gone, yeah, you got that right, mate.
Longstaff doesn't get the ball, puts his leg across both of Sancho's legs, kicks him. I know Sancho jumps in the air a bit theatrically, but you don't get the ball, you get the man. That's a foul, surely.
When I went to school, it was.
Yeah, I don't understand. Genuinely, I don't understand what's happened there. Missed chances. The big one was Fred and Rashford.
The Ronaldo one. Well, you're a dickhead for thinking Fred was going to score.
Well, Rashford passed to him, so... In that situation, though, as a professional footballer, surely you're giving him a free shot from the penalty spot.
What I will say is, have you ever seen Fred before?
I have seen Fred before.
Right, well, that's on you for thinking he was going to fucking score that money.
But he has scored before.
Right. Well, you don't think he's going to score, then you get pleasantly surprised. Like, there was so many times he ends up in a goal-scoring position, you go, not you. And you just roll with it.
So are you blaming Rashford for passing that then? Should he be hitting that himself? No, I'm blaming Fred.
I don't necessarily blame Ten Hag. I know that people want to throw that word around, but no McTominay, no Eriksen, no Donny van de Beek. Fred's playing. What I can ask the question of is, what have you seen from Zidane Iqbal that you don't think is worth giving 20 minutes today? Because Fred dropped in a 0 out of 10 today.
You think he was that bad?
I think he almost might as well have had that Saudi-coloured kit on. What did he do? I think there was one tackle or something halfway through the second half.
Well, statistically, he was actually all right. And I'm not saying he had a good game, but when you say what did he do, he completed the most passes for United.
Fuck off, did he?
Yeah, he did. He won the ball back the most for Man United. He made the most final third passes for Man United. He's one of those players that statistically is just an anomaly.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Because I literally did not see him do anything right.
Yeah, I know.
And that's another thing is like, we were talking in the middle of the game and I was saying there's so many good players in this team now. Like, I'm looking at the things Anthony's doing and by and large I'm going, yes. And it's not coming off, but it's not because it was a bad decision. The execution maybe wasn't there in the final third, but you've seen what he's attempting. So you can get behind that. When I watch Casemiro, I don't go, fucking how's he doing? I know what he's doing. I believe in what he's doing. Same with Varane and Martinez and even Luke Shaw to a very large degree today. I thought they had nothing wrong in their game. And then I see stuff Fred's doing and I go, what's he doing?
Where's he got that idea from?
Why are you trying this?
Yeah.
And it seemed like everything didn't go right for him. I'm amazed that the statistics say otherwise because I know what my eyes said.
But again, statistically, you can pass the ball around. It doesn't, like Ronaldo was saying, doesn't necessarily account for the fact that 8 of those 50 passes you made were slightly behind where they should have been, and therefore slowed the counter attack down, or
the wrong option when someone was glaringly on.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of I say glaringly on, Marcus Rashford in the last second of the game, header literally on the 6-yard line. The goalkeeper has left the entire half of the net to aim for, and he puts it wide. How much do United need a number 9 at the minute?
Desperately. He's got to score that.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no but. There's no, you're paid to score that.
Yeah.
So when you don't score that, people are going to be mad at you. Now, people will probably take it too far because that's what people do, but you're supposed to score that. Fucking score it. How badly do United need? Well, one of the things that I saw in the first half that I thought we could have been doing a lot better. When you have Ronaldo, you have Anthony, and you have Sancho, you have 3 very good technical players. You haven't got a single fucking iota of desire to run in behind.
No.
And it was on all day long, and especially in behind Kieran Trippier, because it's a double-edged thing, right? Kieran Trippier creeps up the pitch. If you try and exploit where he's creeping up, you're going to stop him creeping up the pitch. It literally makes him less effective as a right backer and their main outlet by putting someone who's just going to run doggies in behind him. I thought that was a poor decision, unless there was another reason. And then again, why are we getting Garnacho on the bench week in, week out and never seeing him? I mentioned on my live, I don't know what the circumstances were when Ten Hag was throwing kids in Ajax. I don't know if it was starting them at home to PSV or it was 20 minutes to go against Excelsior. Do you know what I mean? When they were 4-0 up. If anyone knows what was the circumstances X, Y, and Z got minutes in, I'd love to know. Because I'm seeing the opportunities. There is zero chance Zidane has a worse impact on the team today than Fred does. And there is zero chance Garnacho doesn't get an opportunity today. I thought Anthony was good. For the last couple of weeks I've been going, Anthony's having an effect on games. I'd love to see him beat his man. Yeah. And he was fucking beating his man all day long. And I like that. And the ball wasn't there. But if we're doing it one stage at a time, you got to give him credit for getting past his man.
Do you think Sancho was a sub against Demoni, wasn't it? It started Rashford, Ronaldo, Anthony, didn't it? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Sancho linked with McTominay, obviously, was another sub in the week, sorry, to score that winning goal. McTominay definitely a sub. Do you not think maybe Ten Hag looks at that and goes, I know Rashford can do this. I know what other people can bring. Maybe he just doesn't see Garnacho as an option that can do what they can do.
What's Marcus Rashford's biggest asset?
His speed in behind.
Yeah. By the time you brought him on, I think there might have been one attack where we had the opportunity to get him behind. Newcastle by that time had settled for the draw.
Yeah.
Now Marcus Rashford is almost useless.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford against a low block is like trying to put a picture up with a saw. It's just the wrong tool. Marcus Rashford in the first half, while they were playing on the halfway line and there was acres in behind and the opportunities in behind, is the right tool. Marcus Rashford against a low block is the wrong tool.
And yet that header that he has, I think whatever he did to get on that header, obviously it's a brilliant pass from the outside of Casemiro's foot, but that isn't a header that, I know he's not good in the air, but he's not so bad that you would think he would miss that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That was like an amateur, as a Stretford Paddock manager, you would expect your player to put that in 9 times out of 10. So Rashford surely...
Depend on who it was.
But you know what I mean?
If it was fucking Ronaldo, I wouldn't.
No, but a number 9 of any regard, 6 yards out at any level, is expected to score that with his head.
You've got to deflect it in somehow, haven't you?
Surely it's not just him not being
but like I said, he's got to score it.
Yeah.
No one's making... I don't think anyone's making any excuse for him whatsoever. You just go, you should score that. But... the one thing I will say, which doesn't excuse that, is in addition to that, is we didn't create anywhere near enough.
Yeah.
I think we look great, composed, quality, playing out now.
Yeah. Really good.
Huge improvement.
Yeah.
Moving it from the defensive third to the middle third, huge improvement. Moving it into the attacking third, huge improvement.
Yeah.
Final third, not so much.
Yeah.
So I have to give Ten Hag a lot of credit for the fact that we now actually play out like a team that's heard of it. And we actually move the ball through the middle third with some confidence and a little bit of swagger almost at times. Newcastle did nothing to us today. They didn't lay a glove on us. but they come away sharing the points, frustratingly. I think why Anthony Martial looks so good is just because he's an actual number 9, relatively young.
Yeah.
And I think that if you had like a Jonathan David in there or a Patrick Schick in there or one of the 900 other centre forwards across Europe that have been linked with us, they would look good and they would probably score goals because the component parts of the rest of the team are more or less there. Today, not so much. Like I said, Bruno, when it's against a team that's in a low block, and we're putting crosses into the box, why are you in the box? You've got a good cross. Come out here and let someone a bit bigger go in there. Come out here and maybe try and find that final penetrative ball because fucking Fred ain't going to do it.
No.
And you ain't going to win a header in there. If you're on the edge of the box, you're there for a second ball, you can, counter press. You can even have a shot from there because you've got a ping on you. Put a fucking bigger boy in there. Get out of the fucking way. Like, Bruno was isolated as fuck today, and I don't know if this is tactical or what, but there were so many times where, certainly in the first half, Ronaldo was dropping into the half spaces and Bruno was the one pushing on in behind. That could be tactical. But when you get into the low block situations, this is a guy with a final pass.
Yeah. That not many of that midfield had. No.
So there's tactically things that weren't quite right today. The things that we got right, defensively, we look so calm and so assured. Unflustered. Just unflustered. And I think playing out, we just look like we've levelled up. We've looked like we've read the books on how to play football now. And we know what we're doing. We are a jigsaw piece away. And maybe it's 2 jigsaw pieces. But we are not far off. We're headed in the right direction. It's just so frustrating today because you had shithousery from the opposition, shithousery from the ref, shit VAR decisions that, I mean, if we're going to VAR, let's fucking go to VAR, shall we?
Yeah.
How are you looking at this and going, spawn?
No. I know.
How can you? We've seen some soft bullshit where they've gone, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Because there's been the minuscule amount of contact. He's fucking launched him in the air. Now, whether it was theatrical or not is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Did he impede him carrying on his dribble? Yes. Penalty. Bosh.
Yeah.
There's no other discussion.
He was nowhere near the ball either. There was no question about but it didn't get the ball. Got Sancho's shins. Leg across him. That is a foul.
Took his fucking legs out. Yeah, it's a foul. It's a foul every single day of the week.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the excuse. We're probably going to get the apology on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got that one wrong. Cool. Can we have the 2 points? No, I didn't think so.
No.
Bullshit. And the Ronaldo one, the ball was in play, right?
For which one? Sorry.
So the one where Ronaldo gets booked.
Yeah. Yeah, where he gets again a leg across him.
No, they've got a free kick from the offside.
Yeah.
The ball's been played. The one where he takes it off the keeper and puts it in.
Well, I think the ref still had his hand up as he was moving back, sort of like a "don't take it yet" kind of thing. And then their defender sort of rolled the ball to the goalie, I think, to take the free kick rather than taking it himself. It looked like one of them where it was like it was worth having a go, but the ref still got his hand up like the ball's not in play yet kind of thing. So either way,
I don't know if his hand is the fucking signal or not.
No, but the ref didn't think the ball was in play, and I guess therefore it's not. Do you know what I mean? The ref has to decide whether it's in play or not.
Funky one now.
Yeah, I don't quite know the fine detail on that, but
because that's the whole point of like free kicks. If he tells you to wait for the whistle, you have to wait for the whistle. If he doesn't, then you don't.
Yeah.
So when they've kicked a ball, kicking it by the rules, I'm going to have to see an actual referee give some opinion on that because so not Peter Walton. Like somebody who actually knows the fucking rules. But for me, that was a live ball, and I don't see anything otherwise. Like, if the referee says wait for my whistle, he says wait for your whistle, but he clearly hadn't done that. Oh, no. It looked like he hadn't done that. So, like, fucking bullshit. And then to book him on the back end of it.
Yeah, I don't know why they booked him.
Well, he probably went mental when he didn't give it.
Yeah. Right, cheers, Steve. Just a frustrating, shitty day, that, wasn't it? Just one of them where you just move on to Tottenham. Tottenham midweek winning that one.
Is that a league game?
Yeah.
It'd have been nice to pick up 3 points today, though, isn't it? Because if the Scousers do keep dropping points, were starting to build a bit of thing up against us. It had been a massive win that today, and I thought we were good for it.
Interesting you said about the Scousers, sorry. I think Mo Salah has just scored against Man City.
Fuck off.
This second. He's literally celebrating right now.
Imagine liking football.
I know.
It's for redacteds and redacteds.
It is. Thank you very much for joining us. Check out Stephen Howson on his channel as well. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 0. See you in a bit.